Gloomwood. Dark, mysterious, and yet terrifying. Horror and stealth. Now, let's get into it. So, the question we all want to know. Is Gloomwood the new thief? Yes and no. Let me explain. At the moment, I'm leaning more towards yes. Gloomwood absolutely has the potential to be. When finished and polished, the graphics are great, full of atmosphere, something between Thief 2 and the Deadly Shadows. The city of Gloomwood is dark and brooding and miserable. I have not seen any civilians as yet on my travels, apart from the shopkeeper, but there are huntsmen everywhere, and they have torchlights for eyes that turn red when they are onto you. Pesky swines. I found myself ghosting most of the huntsmen to begin with, and if they ever gave chase, I could easily hide from them. The dogs in the caves, though, I had to kill them. They were just, vicious swines, and they just wouldn't give up. It was the only way. At least when I played the game. Gloomwood is already quite large. There is enough of it out there right now in early access for you to get stuck and lost into. The market area of the city is a decent size, in my opinion. I played all 3 Thief games back in the day, and I enjoyed many of the user-made maps as well. Thief is literally one of my favorite games, hands down. Oh yes, and I mean that. I love the stealth elements in Thief. I loved sneaking around. For me, there has not been a good stealth game in ages. I didn't really care much for Dishonored. Not that it is bad, it just didn't do anything for me. And I didn't care for that Thief remake nobody likes to mention. Oh, yeah, let's stay away from that one. There didn't seem to be anything else out there. And just as I had given up, we get Gloomwood. So why is it not completely like Thief? There are no missions that I have noticed. No thief quests and no real thieving to be done. It seems that your task at the moment is simply to get around town and survive. Unlike Garrett back in the day, whose sole mission in every game was to steal the heck out of everything, banks, manors, and mechanist outposts. If you have played the Thief series, you'll know what I mean. I mean, yes, you can steal things, money here and there, but you're not actually a thief. You are a doctor. While playing Gloomwood, I felt like I was in a strange, dark, Western movie. That I was a stranger in town being pressed by rival gangs. I also felt like a scavenger, rummaging around, pilfering whatever food or potions I could get my hands on. Searching cupboards and drawers for stray bullets for my weapons. Yes, you do use guns. A lot. Unlike in Thief, where you just had your trusty bow, in Gloomwood, once armed accordingly, you can blast your way through foes with ease. Also, there is no blackjack in this game, so no way of quickly knocking out the enemies. Give them a good bash at the back of the head, steal their possessions, and move on. No, there's none of that. Not in Gloomwood. Not yet, anyway. Remember, it's in early access, so who knows what the future holds. You do have a sword, however, and when it is drawn, you can see the ring you are wearing. The stone on the ring changes vibrancy, letting you know how well hidden you are while sneaking and hiding from enemies. There is also a trippy mirror realm. When, once unlocked, you can fast travel around the world. You save your progress on these phonographs you find littered about the city and the outlying countryside. It makes things more intense, not being able to save whenever you feel like it. It forces you to plan out a strategy when exploring. I find the stealth mechanics to be pretty decent. They work well for me. They do the job. You sneak around, you stick to the shadows, you sneak by the enemy. Keep yourself hidden in dark corners and they'll walk by you. Slip up, make a noise, and then they'll turn around and start hunting you down. Very tense, very scary. Amplifies the horror elements of the game nicely. I also found the huntsmen to be easy to dispatch once I had gotten my hands on a gun and a handful of bullets. I mean, look at this! A complete massacre! But what can you do when there is nothing else to do in the game? Once you've drained it of content, I just went on crazy killing sprees, wiping out everything that moved. Well, I guess it was fun while it lasted, but I don't think the game is supposed to be played like this. But whatever. It's in early access, as I have already said. And things can, and I imagine probably will, change. Be careful of the goat, man! Utterly awful monster. I still haven't figured out how to kill it yet. I'm looking forward to seeing more creatures in the future. Very exciting stuff. And there's gore to be had, with enemies exploding accordingly. Gloomwood needs to be finished now. I literally can't wait for the whole game to be released. Of all the games on Steam, this is the one I really want. For me, it scratches that thief itch I've had now for years. So, bring on more Gloomwood so that we can all get gloomy. Because there is always room in life for some more gloom. And that is why I play Gloomwood. Good luck out there.